Millie poked at a piece of broccoli with her fork. I refuse to pretend to be happy on some particular day just because society tells me I'm supposed to be. It's not about society, it's about family, Grandpa said. It's about getting together and enjoying each other's company. On Christmas Eve, your aunt and uncle and cousins are coming over, and your mum and dad are going to Skype in so they can be part of things. We'll have a big dinner and exchange gifts, and then we'll have hot chocolate and cookies and play board games. Millie felt nauseous at the thought of all that false cheer. I'll be here because I don't have any place else to go, but I refuse to participate in the festivities. Is that a fact? Grandpa said. He pushed his plate away. Listen, Millie, you've never been a full child. Heaven knows you were the fussiest baby I have ever seen. And when you were a toddler, your temper tantrums were legendary. But like you're especially unhappy here with me now. And I'm genuinely sorry for that. I'm an old man. I'm not expert in what young kids like. But I've tried to make things as nice for you as I can. Maybe it would have been better if you had chosen to move abroad with your mum and dad. I know it must be hard to be so far away from them. I don't miss my parents, Millie shouted. But even as she said it, she wasn't sure it was true. Sure, they made her crazy sometimes when they were together, but it was weird having them so far away, and Skyping with them on Sunday nights wasn't nearly enough to make up for their absence from her everyday life. It didn't help that she tended to be in a bad mood during Skype sessions, mad at them for being gone, and so the conversation weren't always pleasant. Okay, maybe you don't, Grandpa said, but something's been eating you lately. Maybe a problem at school or a falling out with a friend. I'm not saying I could help, but sometimes it helps just to have someone to listen. Against her will, a picture of Dylan popped into her head. Dylan, the first day she met him, when she couldn't believe this cool new guy who could have sat anywhere he wanted to sit to in the cafeteria, chose to sit right across from her. Well, that never happened anymore. Now he sat at a table with those guys who never talked about anything but fantasy role-playing games, and Millie sat alone a book for company. I told you, I don't have any friends, Millie said. Well, maybe you should try to make one, Grandpa said. You don't have to be a social butterfly if you don't want to, but everybody needs one good friend. You don't know what I need, Millie stood up from the table. I'm going to do my homework. She didn't really have homework since tomorrow was the last day before break, but she'd say whatever she had to get out of there. And I'm going to my workshop, Grandpa said. You're not the only one who can storm out of a room, you know. Girlie, it was the first time since she had moved in with Grandpa that he did like he was actually mad at her. In her room, Millie opened her laptop and went to YouTube and typed in Kurt Carry-On music videos. She clicked on Death Mask, her favourite song. The video was filled with images of ravens and bats, and circling vultures in the centre of it all was Kurt Carry-On himself, glowing his way through the morbid lyrics, his black hair spiky, his complex paled, his black eyeliner perfect applied. Millie felt like Kurt Carry-On might be the one person on the planet who would understand her. Who was she kidding? Nobody would. Please don't boil me alive, Millie said. She had to figure out a way to escape. Suddenly, desperately, she wanted to live. Not boiling? Well, understandable. By all accounts, it is a nasty way to go. People who observed boiling during Henry VIII's time said it was so sickening they would have preferred to see a beheading. Oh, that's a good one we haven't talked about yet. Decapitation! He said it like it was such a happy word. There are many ways to chop off a head, of course. And if the blade is sharp enough, it's fairly quick and painless. That being said, if the blade isn't sharp enough, well, poor Mary, Queen of Scots, had to get 3 hacks with the headman's dull old axe before her noggin was liberated from her body. The guillotine was quick and clean though, and didn't require any particular skill on the part of the executioner, which made it easy to get rid of all those rich snots during the French Revolution. They just lined them up and ran them through the guillotine line like as an assembly line, or rather, a disassembly line. The voice paused again to chuckle. Whatever it was, it seemed to be having a good time at Millie's expense. Saudi Arabia, where your parents are, am I right? Still use beheading as their preferred form of capital punishment. They use a sword, which I find rather stylish and dramatic. Saudi Arabia, Millie thought. Her parents were so far away, so unable to help her, and now, as she was facing down death, she strangely felt more love for them than she ever had. Sure, they were weird, and they made strange decisions and stupid mistakes, but she knew they loved her. She thought of her dad's awful jokes and of her mum reading her story after story at bedtime when she was little. Maybe her parents were different from other kids, but they had always taken care of her basic needs, and they had always made her feel loved and safe. Millie wanted to be safe.